Here are some tips and tricks for you to get through the school year like a breeze. Alright, so I know some of you struggle with getting up early for school, so here's a little trick. Put your alarm clock a little bit away from you, like across the room, and plan a breakfast. Also, make sure your phone is off unless it is your alarm clock, because you know why. Sleep in total darkness, drink a cup of water before bed, and choose a blanket that'll keep you warm. Okay, so for part two, I know some of you struggle with some foreign language stuff. So there is a good way to fix that. So you can read aloud. Don't worry about any speed, focus on pronunciation or accuracy. Study vocab with flashcards. There's no quicker way. Apply new grammar rules and practice. And furthermore, practice, practice, practice. Like I said, there's nothing better to do than practice. Okay, so here's a little tip to study because I know it's a little hard studying. Do 25 minutes of hard work, 5-minute breaks. Every third break should be 20 minutes long. Don't forget to do that because your brain does need a little rest between study. Alright, so here's part 4. If you're going to do a research paper, do not use Google, use scholar.google.com instead. You will find more relevant information right away. Alright, so here's a little tip for when you guys forget where your classrooms are because you don't have your schedule. When you first get your schedule, take a picture of it and set it as your phone screen. That way you'll never forget and you'll always know where to go. Okay, so for part 6, when you're finished with an essay, copy and paste it into Google Translate and listen to it back. That's the easiest way to find out what mistake you have made or may not have made, and you will get a pretty good A. Okay, so for part 7, here is a little trick to pass the tests. Chew the same flavor as gum you did when you were studying. It will improve your memory, and that way you could pass with a good A. Okay, so here's another study trick for part 8. When you are studying, put gummy bears on each place that you're about to study. And when you reach that gummy bear, you get to eat it. So basically, I've been studying wrong my whole life. So here's a tip for you if your notebooks look all the same. Just color the top of the pages, let's say just about an inch or two, if you want to. A different color. That way you know which class they're for. And you will never get confused again. So here is a tip for procrastination. Study your notes within 1 day of taking them. Retention rates are 60% higher than. So here's a tip if you're kind of forgetful for what you got to do this week. Use Post-its to make a weekly list. You'll always be able to change them out as you get things done. So it's never too early to start thinking about college entry tests. Here are the differences between an SAT and an ACT. An SAT has 3 components, while an ACT has 5 components. Less people take an SAT more than they take an ACT. And then the guessing penalty, the ACT has no penalties whatsoever, while an SAT has 1/4 a point. And when it comes to an essay, ACT it's optional, and to an SAT, it is mandatory. So that gives you a little bit of time to think about whether you want to take the SAT or the ACT. Okay, so this has been 12 tips and tricks on how to breeze through the school year. Tell me how you felt about them in the comment section below. Also, like this video and subscribe, and turn on my post notifications to get notified every time that I upload, because I'm coming at you guys every day with new videos. Goodbye, True Team.